Good afternoon, collectors. It seems like it's been a long time since we've been together for one of these Thursday afternoon chats, but I'm glad you're back with us, and I appreciate the time you spend with us every couple of weeks. Things are never dull around here anymore. We've been busy with some new introductions and getting ready for some of our fall events with our artists. We've even had a few mid-year introductions. Not just to keep you on your toes, but sometimes things just weren't ready when we had our traditional mid-year introductions. So by next time, I should have some actual samples to share with you. I thought I was going to be able to have them today, but didn't have them ready. We've only got one of each, and I think they're out mostly for photography right now. So some of the new pieces that we had were licensed pieces, and the licensing process takes a little bit longer, so we had to wait for some final approvals. We had things that we thought were going to be ready a little earlier in the year. So it's kind of fun to have some things that are added a little bit later. And just to give you kind of a brief rundown without any product, we've got a piece for Harry Potter, a really neat new animated piece called The Whomping Willow Tree, which is an animated piece. We've got a 3-piece set for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation called The Pool Fantasy. And this has been one of our longest running licensed series, and we've been running that series since 2013, and you really can't seem to get enough of it. Also, for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, we have something that's really quite special. We've, as far as I know, have never done a platinum exclusive for the platinum retailers, and that is an accessory piece called Snots on the Run. Nate, we have that piece over there. Do you want to grab that for me? That one, I think we'll just sneak that one in, even though we don't have the other one. It's right by the house there. Okay, this is what it looks like, and I think it's really a cute piece. I don't know the storyline for it, but here we have, it looks like a Rottweiler, Snots, and he's chasing a squirrel. And it looks like he got caught in the Christmas decorations because he's got garland around his neck. But I think this would fit in not only beautifully with your Christmas Vacation series, but I think it would fit in with any Christmas scene. If you've ever had a dog who has gotten caught, we had a dog whose collar got caught with the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree went round and round, and finally the Christmas tree went down, broke a number of ornaments, including some of my very favorite Department 56 ornaments. But there's a lot of pet stories that you can have with that. So this accessory, first time we've done an accessory, and it will be available through retail stores that are platinum retailers. Now, to find a platinum retailer, just go to our website at department56.com, and on the home page at the bottom, you will see a place where you can click on a link that says Platinum Retailers, and you'll be able to see who's going to have this. And if it's something you don't want to miss, give them a call and say, hey, get me on the list for Snots. I want to get this piece, and they'll reserve one for you. We also have a lighted piece for Dickens Village for the Platinum Retailers, and that is St. Mary Le Bow, which is a gorgeous piece, a gorgeous church for Dickens Village. And I'll tell you more about that when we actually see it next time. One of the most exciting new series that we're going to be introducing that'll be available for next fall will be the Munsters. And the Munsters will have the house, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, that comes with a really neat gate and a tree, and it has the 1313 address on it. And there will be accessories of Herman, Lily, Eddie and Marilyn together, and Grandpa. So you'll be able to add those to your Halloween display, or if you're just a fan of the series, you'll be able to add that as well. And I did allude to earlier that we have the artist signing events now up on the website. Nate's got those up there for us. They are subject to change. Please take a look at where those events are going to happen. There aren't times up there yet, so if you're in the area of where one of these events is scheduled for, check with the retailer. Check for time. Check for what they're going to be doing. Sometimes they'll be having some other kinds of events along with the artist signing event. They might be having some display contests. They might have some rules and regulations as far as what you can bring to have signed, or if you can only have a piece signed that you purchased new through the event. They all have their own qualifications. So check with the retailers, check for the hours, those sorts of things. And all of our artists will be going out to some of those events, whether it be Paul Lundberg or Scott Enter or Tom Bates. And there will be those 3 very special events that Barb Lund will be at this year, and those will be her final events before she retires. Now for many, and the other thing on our events calendar, which is not up yet, we will be adding some events for the Possible Dreams. Our Possible Dreams artist, Ann Diesendorf, will be doing some events this fall. So if you're a fan of those figurines, she will be out there, and we'll get those up as soon as those events are finalized. And Christy Jensen Puro will also be doing some events for Snow Babies, and we'll have those up as soon as those are finalized as well. Now, for many years, you know that we've been doing licensed products. Usually we try to pick product lines that for brands that you all know and love. And according to Forbes magazine, Disney is still in the top 20, coming in at number 11. And we've worked with the Disney company for more than 30 years, about 30 years since the 1990s. In recent years, we've included just Disney. And more specifically, we've included our favorite character, Mickey Mouse, into our villages. And we've created Mickey's Merry Christmas Village starting in 2009. And can you believe it's been 10 years since we've done that? We thought we'd show you a few of the newest pieces that we've added to this series. And the first one I want to show you is really a neat new piece. Now this is an animated and musical piece called Mickey and Minnie's Dance. It plays a Christmas song called Up on the Housetop. And let's see if I can get it to very cute little scene showing Mickey and Minnie doing their dancing, and because it's just an instrumental, you can sing along to your heart's content. Once you plug it in, and it does come with its own adapter, the sound you can turn on or off, so you can have the animation working without the sound, and when you turn it on, you'll have your sound. So it does it, and there is a volume control on it, so you can have it low or really loud. And depending upon what else you have going on in your room or in your display, you can adjust the volume accordingly, which is a very nice feature on this one. And I looked up the information on this particular song, and I found it was written in 1864, so right at the end of the Civil War. It was written by a man named Benjamin Handy, and it is considered to be the second most popular secular Christmas song, second only to Jingle Bells, which was written in 1857. This was written in 1864. And it really didn't become popular until 1953 when, of course, Gene Autry recorded it. So that's a little background on the song, and I think it was a good choice for this particular animated piece. I'm going to let that one run there and show you a couple of other pieces that are also new for Mickey's Merry Christmas Village this year. Now, because Mickey's Merry Christmas Village is all done in porcelain, they also work very nicely with North Pole. This is Mickey's Balloon Shop. I think it's officially called Mickey's Balloon Inflators, and of course it has that traditional Mickey's ears, and it has a little gauge on the side here to show when the balloons are filled. A really cute piece, kind of a round looking piece. These were all designed by Paul Lundberg, one of our village artists. He does most of our licensed pieces, and I did sneak out of the display the little accessory that goes with it. It's one of the little, I think it's Minnie's niece, and she has a little balloon that she is hanging on tightly, and it looks like it must be a helium balloon because it is way up in the air like that. Very cute. And you know, sometimes you might need to have more than one of these in your display, which is very cute, and they've got a couple of them out here as well. A second piece for Mickey's Merry Christmas Village is the Mickey's Holiday Center. And that again has the iconic Mickey's design, the hat on the top of the center. I think it's really a cute piece. It does have some glitter on it, so again, this would work very, very well in North Pole. And as you can see, it looks like Santa is going to be appearing here, but of course Santa's chair is already set with Mickey's ears, so I'm not sure when Santa arrives if he is going to be wearing Mickey ears or not, but he will be appearing there soon, I'm sure. But these are porcelain. The accessories are all resin, so we get this wonderful detail out of them. And just a great piece to add. Both this one and the Balloon Center both use just regular lights and cords, so they're very easy to add to your display. If you have a power strip that you're going to be using, you can very easily add these into that. No need to use an adapter, so those are great pieces for that. Another licensed series that we have is Peanuts. And for Peanuts, we'll start with it's really cute. As you can see, they're very similar. In fact, they use the same adapter. So if you need to replace an adapter, they both use a replacement adapter number 17. And this is called Snoopy Dancing. And again, when you plug it in, he will start. Linus is playing his famous piano. Snoopy is sitting on the top of the piano. And I bet you can guess what Linus is playing. The traditional Snoopy theme, or Linus and Lucy theme song. Here we go. And I'm sure that's Schroeder playing. And again, sound is adjustable, and you can turn the sound off and still have the animation working. Great little addition. Doesn't take up much space. And if you've got just someone who maybe is a pianist, reward a child who maybe has had their first piano recital at Christmas time. What a great little gift. Doesn't take up much space. So. And it comes with its own adapter. So those are all great things about it. And as you probably know that the song, it does have a name. It's called Linus and Lucy Song, and it was written by a jazz composer and pianist, Vince, and I'm going to probably mess up his last name, Guaraldi. He wrote it in 1965, 100 years after Up on the Housetop was written, and he wrote it for the 1965 A Charlie Brown Christmas, which was the very first animated film from the Peanuts gang, and it has really become synonymous with Peanuts and has been used practically with every Peanuts movie ever since somewhere, not necessarily throughout the movies, but somewhere in each of the films they have used this song. And it's probably the only thing that poor Vince is known for. But boy, you hear the first few notes and you know what's coming. So that's really a cool piece. Now the lighted piece that I wanted to show you, that is new for the Peanuts gang, is this piece. It is called Snoopy's Root Beer Cafe. Who knew that Snoopy's favorite drink of choice was root beer? And this is really cute. You know, Snoopy has quite the imagination, and in his imagination, the Root Beer Cafe is in France. He probably saw it somewhere in World War I when he was flying over France Fighting with the Red Baron. And it's got a really cute little hanging sign. I wanted to make sure that you all saw that. Very cute coloring on it. You can see there's a little topiary that shows Snoopy. Again, it will have the standard light fixture for it, which makes it very easy to use. And there is some, it says Beagles drink free, which I'm sure Snoopy loves. And here's the little coordinating accessory of Snoopy and his cousin Spike enjoying a mug of root beer. Very cute. Cute for even a first piece for the Snoopy Village. So I thought those were really cute pieces. And I wanted to end our Facebook Live today with a tribute to, let's see if I can get this out here, to something that is historical and is happening this week in history. We've talked a lot about it. Well, for heaven's sakes. Maybe if I move this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I know where I am. Too many chords. And that is the Beagle has landed. This Saturday marks the 50th anniversary of the moon landing of Apollo 11 on the moon. And I think we've talked about this online, and we've shown it in our on Facebook prior to this. It is a wonderful replica of the lunar module that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were in when they landed on the moon for the very first time in 1969. And here, of course, is Snoopy in his little space suit waving the flag. And funny story about this that I was told by Paul Lundberg, who is the artist who designed this series for the Peanuts grouping. Rick Jackson, our creative director, had an actual scale model of the lunar module in his office and offered it to Paul to look at while he was doing the design. And Paul dropped it and broke it. So I think I'm not going to put this one back in the box. I think I'm going to put this in Rick's office. Rick was able to fix his, so it is okay. But Paul said he was absolutely devastated when this happened. And I think I'll just flip it around briefly and show you that on the back there is a little plate that says Apollo 11, 50th anniversary, July 20th, 1969 to 2019. And I think this if you're interested in aeronautics, if you're interested in space, or if you're just a flag-waving American, what a neat piece to have in your collection. Until next time, and next time will be, we'll see you live on August 1st. Till next time, happy collecting. Have a great summer. Try to stay cool. Bye-bye.